Hi everyone, today I will show you how to use a vintage coffee grinder and why you should be using them. In order to adjust the size of your coffee grounds, most vintage grinders have an adjustable screw whereby when you tighten it, you get a more fine coffee ground. Whereas if you loosen it, you get increasingly more coarse coffee grounds. Okay. There's one more thing you need to take note is that from my experience, before grinding your coffee, it's best to test a small amount to calibrate and see how fine you want your coffee to be. And once you have decided that that is your ideal coffee ground size, then that's when you put in the amount of coffee you want to grind for your brewing. Okay. And one more thing to note is because you are dealing with coffee grounds and coffee beans, always do remember never ever to wash your coffee grinder in water or use a damp cloth to clean the insides, as this will cause the coffee beans when you put in to absorb the moisture, resulting in bad coffee. So if you want to clean it, what I suggest is to just open the parts of the coffee grinder and just have a gentle heat a few times just to get rid of the dirt and the remaining debris. Or you can use a dry toothbrush, a completely dry toothbrush, and brush out the bowl grinder sides and all that, and that should be sufficient to ensure that your coffee grinder stays clean. Alright. It's a good pick-me-up, literally. I'm loving this morning workout. It keeps me pumped up. You see, grinding beans, it's like a process. Think of it like a morning dynamic hand workout. Look, when you wake up in the morning, you struggle your way through to the kitchen. Like, you really enjoy smelling the beans, the process of grinding it. I mean, isn't that a perfect pick-me-up in the morning? And freshly ground beans. It's a good way to start the day. This does not need power. Let's talk about saving the environment, saving Gaia. It's one of the best ways to do it. And enjoy your coffee. It is a work of art. You know, when not in use, it is like a artsy-fartsy piece of vintage metal. When you put it in your shelf, look at it, appreciate its art, the intricate design. Isn't that awesome? It's pretty cheap. Like, I got mine for when I was in China at, I think I recall I got it at 200 renminbi, which is like, say, I don't know, 30 to 40 US dollar. I mean, in comparison to like what you get the industrial or the more professional those size grinders you see in a cafe, which can easily cost like, I don't know, 100, 200 US dollars. So this is quite affordable in relatively speaking. Alternatively, you can get such vintage grinders online. Come folks, let me show you the prices. Alright, so looking at the Amazon page, the vintage coffee grinder is pretty cheap. As you can see, it's about like ranging from say 15 bucks USD to say about like some 30, 40. So it's actually pretty cheap compared to the large scale say the coffee grinders that you see in the cafes. And at the same time, it is definitely better quality than those cheapo electric straight cut grinders, which actually make your coffee really bad. It doesn't crack up coffee beans, unlike the straight cut electric coffee grinders. So let me give you an analogy. Okay, let's regard the coffee bean as a whole orange. So using the vintage coffee grinder with the burr grind blade, the bowl blade, it's like similar, akin to peeling the orange by hand, where the coffee bean is like being broken up into even grain size, just like how you peel the orange into slices. Where on the contrary, if you were to use a electric straight cut grinder, it's like smashing the orange with a hammer, and you get cracked pulp shit of, all the shit bits of coffee that's in all small bits and pieces. So to put it in a scientific perspective, it's like grinding this into even shape, coffee will be better extracted. Whilst if you use a electric straight cut grinder, you mash it up into fine bits of cracked fine bits. It's like once it's in contact with hot water, it's like you get all the over extracted oil, and it make the coffee taste bad, with bitter coffee, and that's what you get between the two differences. That's all, folks. So do give me a thumbs up down below if you find this informative. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I will be producing more coffee content in time to come, and click here to see my first tutorial episode. Hope to talk to you guys soon. See ya.